Live from the hallway, this is DragonTV, and I'm your host, Daryl Williams. Well, it's that time of year again, spring break. It's a well-earned break, time to cut loose and relax. And that's why I'm out of the studio today. In fact, this segment isn't even live. GCS is famous for its enriching and rewarding academic programs, as well as its seemingly invincible enrichment club. What makes this all possible? An equally impressive and invincible faculty. Today's episode, a GCS faculty showcase, highlights the effort of 6 extraordinary GCS teachers interviewed by 6 extraordinary students.
Our first subject is widely loved and celebrated for his math prowess and ability to run in the country. This jigsaw puzzle prodigy goes by the name of Mr. Dorsey.
Hi, I'm Cameron Ludwig, here unraveling the mysteries of Mr. Dorsey. So, Mr. Dorsey, why'd you pick GCS?
I didn't pick GCS. They picked me. Sea of applicants. They said, this is our guy. I came, I visited, I liked the dragon. I said I had to be here.
What was your favorite subject in school?
What is it called again? Math.
So what advice would you give your 16-year-old self?
Be nice to animals.
Yeah.
I was not kind. I wasn't kind to animals. I don't want to talk about it.
If you knew you would die tomorrow, would you feel cheated today?
I don't understand that question.
Moving on. Would you rather be hated or forgotten?
I'd rather be hated by my wife than forgotten by my wife. Most of my students, you guys can just forget about me.
Okay, so a little bit more personal now. Do you drizzle ketchup on your fries or do you dip?
I drizzle gravy on my fries. I don't use ketchup. I think ketchup is gross. Anyone that uses it is gross. A little bit thicker than the standard brown KFC gravy, and I just drown them suckers. Get it together, man.
What is your guilty pleasure?
I don't even know if this is guilty. I am really, really into jigsaw puzzles. Like I'm working on one right now, 13,200 pieces, 9 feet by 5 feet. Last Supper every night, 2 hours a night. Oh, it's the best.
So we're gonna get really deep now. So how are you really?
A little hungry, slightly confused, a little bored by the interview.
That's nice. So what is your life philosophy?
Bill Murray, in a recent interview, said, you are your best. You're your best version of yourself when you're at your most relaxed. So I try to just, not freak out about things, stay relaxed, and I find that usually I bring a pretty good version of myself to the table.
Yeah, mellow out. Is your favorite soda Mellow Yellow?
Okay.
What's the stupidest thing you've ever done?
Oh, this one is good. When I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, you have your new vocab words, and you're encouraged to try to use those in sentences throughout the week. Like, you learn the word apparel, and you're like, hey, nice thread. I mean apparel. Yeah. And then one of the words was obituary.
Oh, yeah.
And like my parents were explaining to me like what it was, and like that sometimes when an older person. So I went over to my grandparents' house, and as I'm leaving, I'm like 7. I say, bye, Grandma, I'll look for you in the obituaries. She's still alive to this day, but I still look.
All right, well, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for taking your time to do this interview. Quite eventful.
It's been great.
Yeah.
A fan favorite of the DragonTV staff, this photography teacher is not only a successful artist, but also a gifted mountain biker and award-winning boogie boarder. Nemi.
Hi, my name is Mary Plutnik, and I'm a photography teacher at Glen Country School. Hi.
So, what inspired you to become a teacher at Glen Country School?
I like to work with the kids, and I enjoy them creating a raw art.
What were your grades like when you were in school?
Not good. But I had a lot of communication issues in school when I was in Israel. I was the only deaf person in the whole school, and no help from teacher, no interpreter for the deaf, nothing. And it was a struggle for me. So that's why my parents want me to come to America. So not only to get better in school, but also to learn English. So I'm speaking 3 languages now. But when I came to America, I was 4.0 in high school.
So do you drizzle ketchup on your fries, or do you dip?
It's an American thing. And you understand that I'm from another country, so I like my fries dry with salt. I'm happy with that.
If someone were to make a movie about your life, who would you want to play the role of yourself?
Michael J. Fox.
You like him?
Yeah, he's my size. And he's a nice actor, and we're pretty much similar. Yeah, and I like his acting. Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
And mainly Israeli food. Falafel, shawarma, kebab, good pita bread. That's what I like.
Arguably the cutest Chinese teacher on campus, this teacher is not only an iconic member of the GCS faculty, but she's also a much-loved ambassador of the school, Miss Ding.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Have you heard Sis candy? Coffee Eaties, yeah.
Okay.
The candy is really, really good. It really, really satisfies me. Usually when I travel at the airport, I will see this candy, I will buy it, then I will hide it in my drawer.
Okay.
It's just for myself. So, I'm sorry, George.
If someone is going to make a movie of yourself, who do you want to film you?
Meryl Streep. Yeah.
Why is her?
I really like her. I respect her as person, the personal life, and the skill, and the way she lives. Unconditional love.
What is on your bucket list?
You know, we are Chinese. We have an old saying, 读万卷书，行万里路. Meaning, reading 10,000 books, and traveling 10,000 miles. I will do that.
The coolest French teacher on campus, this globe-trotting chocolate croissant binging Europhile is a world-class chef and also captain of one of the most exciting GCS trips in recent memory. He's also one of the kindest teachers at GCS, Mr. Lawton.
Medium rare. Just past dead. I don't like ketchup. Barbecue sauce. Forgotten. I learned how to tie a bow on a present today because it's not as easy as it looks. Going basically everywhere in the world, every country in the world, every place in the state, if it's somewhere new and I haven't been to, I'd like to go there. It's kind of impossible, but that's what I'd like to do. I like independent schools because they give you a lot of freedom to do a lot of stuff, and the faculty here at GCS most of them are really passionate about what they do and have a lot of cool ideas and stuff, and it's nice to work with each other. The Sahara. Blueberry pie. It's delicious. Indiana Jones, the third one, the final one, because there is no fourth. In my mind, because he's a teacher, and he goes on adventures, and he's really awesome. I mean, basically, where can you go wrong with that? You can't.
An award-winning knitting goddess and champion biology teacher, this teacher is also widely regarded as one of the smiliest people in the Eastern Time Zone, Miss Mullen.
What is your favorite movie?
Oh gosh, it has to be The Princess Bride. I feel like I can't choose anything other than The Princess Bride. So much good comes out of that movie.
Would you rather be hated or forgotten?
This is a really difficult question because everybody wants to be remembered for something, but I wouldn't want to be remembered for doing something hateful. But I don't want to be forgotten. So I think I'm gonna have to go with hated, as much as I don't want to say that. I think that it's probably more important that one makes an impact and instills emotion in others. And if that emotion then has to be hate, then so be it.
Yep. So, what is one of your favorite habits you have?
So I knit a lot. That's something that I'm really passionate about. It's very meaningful to me because I end up with something, and it's something that I made and something that I am proud of.
What was your favorite class?
It's really funny that I actually ended up going to school for sciences because my science experiences in high school were not fantastic. My favorite class was actually English. We had some specialized English courses that you could take as a senior, and I was able to take like film criticism and literature of the theater. So really, I was definitely more of an English humanities kid when I was in high school, and kind of morphed into biology as I kind of started picking my undergrad.
What advice would you give to your 16-year-old self?
The first thing that I would say to my 16-year-old self is, self, you're not going to even remember Matt's last name.
A lacrosse god and JoJo mentor, this computer science guru has helped make GCS into the STEM powerhouse it is today. Mr. Schmidt.
Yeah, I cook. Yeah, I like to cook. That's why I want somebody else to cook my steak. Right? Yes.
Hello, my name is Jojo. Today I'm here with Mr. Schmidt.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Schmidt.
Hi, Joe.
What inspired you to become a teacher in GCS?
Watching my wife have her summers off.
What were your grades like in school?
My grades were just a bit above getting... No, Joe, my grades were not above you, Joe. My grades were just above my parents' expectations for what it would take to ground me.
What advice would you give your 16-year-old self?
Pay attention in school. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I wish I knew more about, that I'm pretty sure somebody told me about, but I don't think I was listening very closely.
So, do you want to go back to school again?
Oh, I'd love to go back to school again. Yep. In some ways, I feel like I'm going back to school every day.
If you knew you would die tomorrow, would you feel treated today?
Yes. Yes. Would I feel cheated today?
Cheated.
I'd be mad. I'd probably be mad all day long. If I was going to die tomorrow, wouldn't be my favorite day. It would be a bad day.
What would you do?
I would probably leave work. I think that would probably be a good choice.
Or write a letter to your child?
God, that's such a good answer, Joe. Of course I would do that, but I have 3 children. So that's 3 letters. And now I'm running out of time.
And would you rather be hated or forgotten?
I don't want to be hated. No.
You prefer forgotten?
Well, I don't prefer it, Joe. I mean, if I had a choice, is there a choice C? I mean, it's hated, forgotten. Is there another choice that I can have?
Just 2 choices.
Just 2 choices. Yeah, I really don't want to be hated. I try pretty hard every day not to be hated.
I'd rather choose hated.
Well, then I changed my previous answer. I don't think you should be a teacher because being forgotten happens to me daily.
If someone were to make a movie about your life, who would you hope would?
Oh, who would play me? Ben Shovlin. Oh, I love him. He's funny, good actor. He looks like me a little bit. It happens to everybody.
I think he's funny too.
He's funny too. There you go.
And what's your guilty pleasure?
I do like watching The Voice. You know, and sometimes I sing along with the songs, Joe.
What accomplishments are you most proud of?
Still being married. My wife hasn't killed me yet. I think that's a good accomplishment.
That's a normal
No, for me, that's a pretty good accomplishment. That's a pretty good accomplishment. I make some pretty bad decisions. And so I'm pretty impressed with myself, the fact that she still seems to like me a little bit. That's pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. That's all about Mr. Schmidt. Thank you. Bye.
That's all for today's show, folks. I'm your host, Daryl Williams. Woo! Spring break! Woo!